Carolina Panthers hit the road this week coming off their bye, brimming with confidence, tied up with Tampa Bay for the division lead thanks to their hosts, the New Orleans Saints, apparently the most dangerous 3-win foe an NFC South team can meet up with late in the year.
So Wadden got it, but he was just that close to the first down, but shy by the length of a football, and it goes back to the New Orleans Saints.
The Saints, saving their best ball for their rivals, I guess, come up with win number 3 last week versus the Bucs, win number 2 back in week 10 against the Panthers, 17-7. Bryce Young, no touchdowns, a pick, just 124 yards. Tyler Shuck, his best game as a pro so far, 2 TDs, 280 plus yards, a 128 rate.
Shuck has a moment, goes deep down the sideline, and the catch is made, and taking it in is Chris Olave.
Shuck doesn't come in off as strong a game throwing the ball, only 144 yards last week, no touchdowns, a pick in their upset win.
Long, nobody home, easy pick right there, McCullum. Get up, you haven't been touched.
Only one Saints pass catcher with 40 yards last week, Devon Vele with 40, Chris Olave 30, Juwan Johnson 38. It was sloppy out there, and Shuck has been good for 235 plus yards his previous 3 games, so he's been piling up big yards most starts, and last week he scored twice on the ground, 55 rush yards, leading the offense to 24 points, the most New Orleans has scored with Shuck behind center, and an explosion for a team that was averaging 15 points a game before last week.
Here he's going low.
Over the pylon easily.
That's easy in there.
Now the rematch with the Panthers secondary, which has been the strength of their defense in plenty of games, though not versus Shuck. They have a healthy INT total, which has covered up for their defense's poor play on third down and in the red zone, but overall still holding teams to 22 a game.
Into a tight window to Nakua, picked off by Mike Jackson, and Jackson gets the block to take it home.
Shuck isn't facing the fiercest of pass rushes. Flash 100-yard dash has hurried more signal callers in 2025. Myles Garrett has more sacks than their entire team. But Shuck has taken 3 to 5 sacks his last 3 outings, taking 3 on just 20 pass attempts last week.
Shuck to the air. Here they come. Down he goes.
And it was Carolina's pass rush that sealed it versus LA. One of 3 takeaways they had versus the Rams, picked off Matthew Stafford twice, holding quarterbacks to an 87 rate, top 10 good.
Batted in the air, it's picked off into the hands of the former LA Rams.
Carolina's front will likely get Devin Neal on handoffs. Panthers giving up 4.5 a run to ball carriers, a little high. Neal only 3.7 to jaunt versus Tampa, but put up a season-high 70 yards and he scored.
He's not down on the ground, and the ball breaks the plane.
That is his first NFL touchdown.
Their offense wasn't the big earner in the end last week. Just like in round 1 of Carolina New Orleans, it was the Saints' defense showing out that really tilted things in their favor. All 3 of their wins this season, they've held the opposition to less than 21 points, held Tampa Bay to 20, 3 for 13 on third down.
Driving, breaking, throwing. It was caught, no, out of bounds.
Didn't sack Baker Mayfield once, yet still held him to 122 yards on 14 of 30 passing, just 4.1 yards per attempt, a 55 rating picked him off.
Mayfield, oh, it's intercepted on the play by Taylor. He's getting blocking, and down goes Taylor.
They've held the last 4 quarterbacks they've faced to less than 185 yards, Bryce Young being one of them. He averages less than 200 yards per game. Just cracked it versus the Rams, but he hit them with 3 TD passes, no picks, a career best 147 rate.
Millen got it! Touchdown! Panthers lead!
So he and the offense hoping to carry that momentum over. It was one of Young's 3 100-plus rate games this year, but he's followed up his previous 2 with sub-90 rate games. Carolina's offense has put up 30 to 31 points in 4 games, followed the previous 3 with 13, 13, and 9-point outings.
Young is going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line.
So, hoping to put together a Godfather-type sequel, can't afford to go Dumb and Dumber 2 again. Young has taken 1 to 2 sacks in 6 of his last 7 games. Getting caught in the backfield, not a major issue for him this year. Tedaroa McMillan, go-to, 826 yards, 6 TDs, is on a 3-game scoring streak.
Over the top, and McMillan, who does not have a catch today, comes up with as big a play in this game as you can.
Jalen Coker, only 7 games played, had his best go of it in that Rams game with 71 yards and a touchdown.
Trying to plug that up, so one-on-one opportunity. It's caught by Coker for the touchdown.
Xavier Legette, 26 yards per game. Saints DBs held every Bucs pass catcher save 1 to fewer than 30 yards last week, gave up 55 to Chris Godwin. Did give up a 24-yard TD reception to Bucky Irving, but held him to 3.7 a carry. Gave up 4.8 per try to Rashad White, though. Big picture, tougher than average to run on. Held Rico Dowdle to 2.9 a carry when they faced him. Dowdle had those 3 monster games versus Miami, Dallas, and Green Bay, averaging over 70 yards per game because of them.
Oh, it's Dowdle. There's his best run of the day. And into Rams territory.
Hasn't topped 60 rush yards in 4 straight games. Hubbard had his best game of 2025 versus LA with 83 yards, boosted his season average to 39 a game.
Hubbard, big hole, there he goes! Big play, Chuba Hubbard, touchdown!
Rewound to 2008 a few weeks ago to revisit that 33-31 Carolina shootout win. This time, let's go back further, 1995, for the first ever Panthers-Saints game.
If we win or lose, baby, we're going to play 4 full quarters. That's the way football is, baby. That's what it's all about.
The following week against the Saints, Coach Capers continued to preach the gospel of defense. And the Panthers played their best 4 quarters of the season. Carolina intercepted 3 consecutive Saint passes. And for the second straight week, the Panther defense did not allow a touchdown.
The middle, intercepted! It's Bubba McDowell! Unbelievable!
As it had been for weeks, the offense was efficient and reliable. Carolina had established a true home field advantage, but in order to make expansion history, they would have to go on the road.